You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about high notes in my life. Some of the most joyous moments that I've experienced in my existence. In this finite time that I have here on this planet. I think about those moments that I encountered that I'll never get back. They were one-offs because they were special moments. And I think about how some of those experiences were marred by the people that was up around me, situations, things that occurred, that they were so disruptive, I allowed them to disrupt and forever have that bad memory attached to that good memory. But thinking about the birth of my daughter, thinking about some of the accolades that my children have received, thinking about some of my accomplishments. Oh yeah, these are real life examples that I'm talking about. These were things to truly be proud of. And you had somebody there next to you, or in your circle, because that's really what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about my mate. I'm talking about people that were right there next to you, zapping all the fun and happiness out of it. But this only happens when you allow it to. That's the reason why we talk so heavily on here about evaluating the people that's in your circle, these things that are around. Because if you keep allowing these things to happen, it can make you bitter. This is what, in turn, cultivates traumatic experiences. Because it's traumatic going through bitter, tumultuous altercations time and time again. Something that you're reliving. You're not ever getting past. You just keep going through the same shenanigans time and time again. Think about it. If on these high notes in your life, you have these bad experiences attached to it, for every time that you think about that experience and you try to put that bad experience behind and you're like, I'm not going to let this jar that, it's attached to it. And on that, I'm like, get away from me. I don't want that. Let my joyous moments be joyous moments. But see, that's the thing when you're talking about yourself. You're the one that can allow whatever it is that's up off into your circle. Some people would say, Wayne, I would just think about, I would divide this and just detach from that negative experience and just think about that positive. Yeah, for the most part, I've tried and have, and I've gotten past. But why does it have to be like that? If I can control it going forward. Why at my highest highs would I want somebody up there from my lowest lows, to bring me down and have me on the average of a flat line? Think about that. Why would I want anything hindering my highest points in my life? Especially if I know that I'm on the upper swing of things. I just wanted to take time out to discuss that because, like I said, on those very real experiences that I'm thinking of, even when I share them with other people, like those joyous moments, and there's many, many, many other ones. And as I'm talking about it, and I might be smiling about it, and I might not be relaying it to the other person, it's natural for your memory, as you're going through these events, to coast right on and to whatever was attached to it. Because, it's just like a story. How can you truly discuss a movie and then hate its ending? Well, yeah, you could discuss a movie and hate its ending, but if you're talking about the movie, you're going to talk about it in its entirety. Sometimes you may pull out funny pieces up of a movie or certain action scenes, but still doesn't change what that movie is. Actually, before I went down that path of talking about that movie one, I was going to share an experience of me going out to eat with a friend. It was a friend that I had known since childhood. And funny enough, we had never went out. We had never went out and ate together. And we went to this, it was a buffet. We went to this buffet. We were like, man, got some good food there. Man, we went, and I've eaten with a lot of people. So I can emphatically say that this is not the norm, not from what I've experienced. And every time we sat down with a plate of food, it was a lot of plates of food, this person would pick apart the stuff that was on there. Like, giving you an example. Look, now I feel like I'm going to be sharing this on a wider scale. So, maybe more your experience of when you eating this particular type of food. I'm not going to even go into it because it was disgusting. The person was like, "Oh, what is this? This looks like it has teeth," and it kept trying to draw correlations between the food and the body part. Nothing inappropriate. It was just like it was gross stuff. It was just like, who wants to hear this? And I'm like, man, and I'm not really one to have my appetite ruined because I like to eat. But I was like, man, I can't wait till this is over. I'm like, man, dude, seriously? And he thought everything was funny. I was truly upset because I'm like, man, come. And not only that, it was like one of my favorite places to eat. And I mean, he just did this with all the food, just, picked it apart. And I'm like, goodness. And I remember talking to my father up on it, and he was just like, son, some people don't have any etiquette, when it comes to eating and those things that's appropriate or inappropriate. This same person, as a matter of fact, I remember one time they were telling me about them coming over to a family get-together of their own. And it's funny because when I stood back and I looked at the story and I'm like, this is you. You just have a behavior that just rubs people the wrong way, and you like overstep boundaries, and you mask it all under this, it's a real facade. And it's like, you're ruining moments for people. Well, he was over at a family member's house. They were doing some holidays. And he's older than I am. Running around acting childish. They're having to tell him to calm down. And I'm just like, seriously? And I know this person. They're not even like that. I'm like, you found this time to do this? And you could just tell, read between the lines, even though he didn't really get it. I had to kind of like really relay it to him that he really wasn't welcome over there. It really was. They were uncomfortable with him over there. Because, he was playing with other family members and carrying on. And we're not kids. We're not teenagers. So what I'm telling you, you're stomping through these people's house and you're carrying on in this way. So that, and if we were looking at his standpoint or his family standpoint of things, there you go. You have that attached to the memory. Here it is. We're trying to have family and this love and deal, and I got this grown person running through the house, playing. Messing up the experience. And it's just like, nah, we want to protect these experiences. And some people look at holidays a lot more serious than other people. It's just like, nah, this is not the time for this. You're not welcome to come over any longer. I do remember him eventually saying something like that. I can't remember if it was them not inviting them or just like leaving them out or making them feel unwanted or him just like not wanting to go. And I'm trying to break it down to it. I'm like, yeah, you're not welcome. Because you was acting crazy. Yeah. So, that was from another perspective, another experience of somebody not allowing their joyous moments to be ruined. I just want to take time out to discuss that today. Like I said, these high notes, sometimes they can come few and far and in between. And when they do come, they really give you a boost of energy to push on and come through. So till you get to that other high note, these are the things that you really cherish. And they're crucial in helping you accomplish your goals and just keeping your head above water. Can't take too many losses on those. That's what I'm saying. My name's Ayin Kilimanjaro. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. Y'all have a good one.